emotions. It's important to do all the things that we know help us live life well. And they're simple, but they're effective. Getting good sleep, making sure we're eating well, make sure we're taking breaks, making sure we're getting exercise. Again, they sound simple, but they're important. While we're doing this kind of work, we need to be really kind to ourselves and take good care of ourselves. So get social support from your community, and that could be a community in recovery, that could be a church community, it could be both, it could be extended family. Community can be defined very broadly. But it needs to be someplace where you can be safe to express your feelings, and that people are not going to, that there's no shame involved in saying how you really feel, and that folks are going to be able to honor that and honor how you're feeling. I think the step work and the 12 steps helps us express our grief, right? It also gives us that constructive way of working through that grief. And it can also help us forgive ourselves, forgive those who have hurt us. And it helps us have opportunities for making meaning and helping others along the way as we support each other through the process. I think it's important to let other people know what you really need. Like I need space, or I need someone to run the store for me, or whatever it might be. And then get support that way, to seek our spiritual support. And that could be grief rituals for folks. I'm just realizing that I need to let Barb come up here. And I think Barb is going to talk a little bit about making meaning too, and some of the ways that she has used her own experiences to engage in life in a really powerful way. So I'm actually going to let her talk about that. Sorry. All right, really quick. I think we need to know what our triggers are for being tempted to use. We need to know how grief is going to impact us. We need to make plans around those things. I'm thinking particularly of like holidays, knowing family time, those sorts of things. You might say, this year at Christmas, I'm only going for 3 hours and then I'm leaving, and this is my backup plan, or those sorts of things. If there's an anniversary coming up, knowing how that grief might well up at that time, might become stronger, might impact us. Sometimes watching national tragedies or things happening on TV can really impact us in the middle of our grieving process, or hearing folks that have a similar experience for us. So knowing what triggers your grief and how that impacts you, and then having a plan for dealing with it. All right. So for giving support for other folks, I think the best thing that we can do is listen.